Hello everyone, welcome to Center Your 30-Day Yoga Journey. I'm Adrienne, this is Sweet Benji itching his leg, and it is day 4, Root. Let's get started. Let's begin today's day 4 practice on the floor. Come on down to your back. Take your time getting there. And we're going to start with the feet as wide as the yoga mat and the knees falling in toward one another. So a little internal rotation of the hips. You can allow your hands to rest wherever feels good. So you find a spot. Could be resting gently on the belly, maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Maybe arms at your side, arms behind your head. And once you've found your starting position, close your eyes. And let's just relax the weight of our body here into the mat. So notice where you're gripping or holding. And then we'll start to gently notice our breath. And allow your attention to be rooted in just those two things here. Relaxing any parts of the body that you might be holding or clenching, releasing the weight of the body into the earth, and bringing your attention, rooting your awareness in your breath and observing your breath. Now you may find that just by bringing your attention and your awareness to your breath, it starts to shift. It starts to change. Building on our last practice, really allowing ourselves to shift from the unconscious to the conscious. Let your next inhale be big, buoyant, full. And on your next long exhale, you can bat the eyelashes open if you like, or you can keep the eyes closed. And we're just going to start slowly rocking the head a little side to side, ear to ear. Now notice if you've taken this invitation and have already ran with it. You're moving quite fast here. See if you can slow it down. Again, no right or wrong, just trying to invite us to experiment with different timing and pacing than maybe we're used to. So slow down a bit, and you can get a little crazy here. I know I do in my practice. You can start to really massage the back of the head in different ways and feel where you might have tension. It's quite nice, quite nice. All right, then bring the head back to center. And we're gonna hug the knees into the chest. All right, take it for a couple breaths here, maybe rocking a little side to side, and just feel the yoga mat. You can kind of imagine it, use your mind's eye to imagine the yoga mat just kind of rising up to support your back body. I mean, literally having your back in this moment. I'll take it. All right, how about you? Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs. First, we're gonna draw the navel in just a bit to find that core connection. So engaging a little bit through the low abs. Then we're gonna start to rock a little front to back. Rocking on the spine just a couple times, and then you're gonna come all the way through, cross at the ankles, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then we're gonna continue the journey forward, coming onto all fours. You can back the truck up a little bit, center in the mat. And then we'll drop the belly, open the heart, look forward. And round through the spine, cat pose, navel draws up. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, hair toss, open the chest, look forward. And exhale, rounding through, drawing the muscles of the abdominal wall up and the chin towards the chest. And come back to neutral, walk the hands forward. Curl the toes under, peel the tailbone up towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly lower the knees to the earth, and we're gonna come into a half plank. So you're gonna shift your weight forward so your shoulders are over your hands. And we're gonna lengthen the tailbone down towards the backs of the knees. Imagine your hip points kind of shining up towards your face. So we're really lengthening through the low back here to turn on the abdominal wall. All right, lengthen the crown of the head forward. You can cross the ankles here for fun if you like. You're like, yeah, it's so much fun. Deep breath in. Here we go. On an exhale, navel's gonna draw up as you bend the elbows just halfway. Good, inhale, press up. Exhale, bending the elbows, and they can just kind of shave the side body, also keeping a little diagonal, so nice and slow. Elbows moving at a diagonal, kind of shaving the side body here. You can split the difference. Let's do one more. Mini push-up, and then send it back, child's pose. Inhale deeply, and exhale completely. Good, inhale to bring it back up, tabletop. Walk the hands out, curl the toes under. Exhale, send the hips up high and back, down dog. Inhale in. This time, exhale, shift your weight forward to plank, full plank, knees lifted. Press away from your yoga mat, reach the heels back, reach the crown of the head forward. Engage the low abs by drawing them in and up, almost as if you were trying to draw your two hip points together. Feel the abs turn on. And then you're just gonna bring the right knee in and then send it out, and the left knee in. Send it out. Right knee, left knee. One more round, that's it, just 3 times. You got this, right knee. You totally have this, left knee. Excellent, downward facing dog. Inhale in, bend the knees, look towards the top, and exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, feet hip width apart. When you get there, relax the weight of the head over. Inhale, lots of love in. And exhale, lots of love out. Draw your hands to your waistline. Inhale, lots of love in. Exhale, root down through all 4 corners of the feet as you rise up strong. Think about engaging the legs from the feet all the way up so much that it's as if you were trying to tear your yoga mat apart right down the middle line. So we're strong, lower body strong and rooted. A big gust of wind could come through here and you would not falter because you're so strongly rooted from the feet all the way up. Draw energy up from the pelvic floor. Now let that go all the way up through the spine the crown of the head and beyond. And when you're ready, pull the shoulder blades together and allow them to melt down the back body. So once again, you can feel or imagine this upward current of energy through the front body, this grounding through the back, and you're finding your posture, yourself, in between those two opposing forces. That was a lot. All right, let's flow. Inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up. Soft fingers, you can wiggle them here if it feels right. Forward fold all the way down. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length in the neck. Draw the shoulder blades in and down the back body, just like we did standing. Nice. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, ground through the feet. This time spread the fingertips wide. Again, you're trying to tear your yoga mat down the middle as you rise up. Big breath, big stretch. Reach for the sky. And we're going right back down into the fold. Here we go. Soft and sweet in the fingers. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift, long neck. Keep playing with this. And exhale to soften and fold. Fingertips come to the mat next, and we slide the left foot out long. Good. Lower the left knee down. Press into the top of the back foot, so uncurl the toes. Front knee's bent. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up, crescent lunge. And you can walk that knee back just a bit if that feels all right in your body. Pull the right hip crease back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rain it down. Fingertips to the earth. And then shift that right hip crease back for a little runner's stretch. Flex your right toes towards your face. Deep breath in. Long breath out as you roll through that right foot. And come back to your nice low lunge. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back, plank pose. So lift up between your two shoulder blades so that it's not collapsed in the upper back body, but you feel this doming effect. Then reestablish this reach through your heels and this length through your crown. Draw the low abs in. And breathe. Beautiful. Then you can slowly lower to the knees or keep the knees lifted as you slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, we rise up, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to soften. Forehead back down to the earth. Good. Curl the toes under. Inhale in. Exhale. Press up, power up, plank pose. Quietly whisper to yourself, I am strong. Then send the hips up high and back, downward dog. Inhale in here, bend the knees. Exhale, look forward, make your way to the top. Feet hip width apart, let everything go. Maybe take some horsey lips here. That woke Benji up. On your next inhale, lift halfway, nice long, beautiful neck. Good, then exhale to soften and fold. This time step the right foot back, right foot, lower the right knee to the ground. Left knee is over left ankle, hug into the midline, feel that connection as you rise up, crescent lunge, reaching the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Press into the top of that back foot, lift up from the pelvic floor, breathe. On an exhale, soften everything back down, and we'll send the hips back for our stretch. Flex the left toes towards your face, pull the left hip crease back. Breathe. Lovely. Now roll through. I mean, you're maybe not going to actually roll through, but the idea is that we roll through this foot, just paying attention to how we move. We're going to lift that back knee up, breathe in. Breathe out, press the palms back to the earth, step the left toes back. Right knee hugs in, little mindful mountain climber here. Try to hug your right heel up towards your body. Good, then send it back, left knee hugs in. Try to hug your left heel up towards your body. Hello, low abs, here we go. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Last one. Right and left. Hips up high and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. You're gonna turn to look underneath your right shoulder. And then switch with the breath, right heel down, bend the left knee, turn to look underneath your left shoulder. Then bend both knees, inhale in, exhale, drop the heels, straighten the legs. You're gonna walk your hands, listen carefully, all the way back towards your toes. So now you're in a forward fold at the back edge of your mat. Shake the head, a little yes, a little no. Soft bend in the knees as you clasp opposite elbow with opposite hand. And you're just gonna draw a little semicircle, left to right. Relaxing any tension in the shoulders. Getting some healthy blood flow to the head, the neck. Soften through the jaw and come back to center and release. Hands are going to come to the waistline again. Inhale in, exhale, press up, root to rise. Once again, feeling that connection with the feet on the earth as if you were trying to tear your yoga mat in half, right down the middle. Draw the shoulder blades together and allow them to melt down the body. Total power pose. So much power here rather than like some of these pretzel-y postures, right? It's all about the energy we bring to it. And having said that, let's drop the fingertips now and without looking down, so do not look at the ground. If you do, it's okay. But if you can, try to keep your chin up. Allow the sound of my voice to guide you. We're gonna roll through the right foot to walk to the center of the mat and then the left foot. And we're not gonna look down. We're gonna bring the feet together at the center of your yoga mat. I'm gonna turn just to face camera, but wherever you are in space, just like own it. Root down through your feet. The ground is there. You don't need to look down. Root down and nice and easy. Hands are going to come back to the waistline if they are not already. Nice and easy. You're going to think of that upward lift through the front, that grounding through the back. You're going to shift your weight to your left foot. Peel your right heel up. Pause. Inhale in, exhale from your core. Imagine there's a marionette string on your right knee and it's slowly lifting it up. Yeah, we're balancing. Pressing into all four corners of that left foot. Hugging everything energetically and with muscle to bone into the midline. Sweet, you can pause here and just play with that action. It's gonna kind of change the game rather than trying to get into tree pose by looking down and finagling our way there. We're really trying to do this from center. So shifting to the left, and you can just play here, trying to engage those low abs that we've been playing with. You might even take the fingertips up high. This is one-legged standing Tadasana. And if you're falling all over the place, no judgment. Use this opportunity to connect to that humility. I love to have a good chuckle at myself and find a little levity, right? It's only day 4, too. If you'd like, we can take this now into a Vrksasana, tree pose. So you'll open up through the hip and you can keep your toes on the ground as an option. We can bring the right foot to the calf as an option. We're gonna skip pressing against the knee, and we're gonna maybe also offer bringing the foot to the inner left thigh as an option. Think about opening your right hip, lengthening the tailbone down, finding that lift in the heart. Maybe reaching the fingertips up. Inhale in. And exhale to let that go. And shifting this experiment, this playtime to the other side. So especially if you've been practicing for a long time, see if you can slow it down and really try to find this lift from the midline. So shifting your weight as you're ready to the right foot, peeling up with the left and just left heel, and just pausing here for a second, just noticing what muscles can I recruit in the center of my body. And then imagine that marionette string lifting you up, maybe going down, lifting it up. Maybe you take the arms all the way up. Maybe you're starting to get a little warm around your head, around your brow. And then maybe we take it into the tree pose today, opening up through the left hip. So in tree, we get this unique opportunity to find the middle too, where the left foot may press into the right leg. We kind of want to press back, finding that center line. And this really kind of makes our balancing practice more sustainable, which, yes, is a big metaphor as well. When we kind of find that dance between both sides. Hugging to the middle. All right, however that went for you, take a deep breath. Inhale, lots of love in. As you exhale, release, bring the hands behind the head, fingertips to interlace, feet hip width apart. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take it to one side, bend the knees, rounding through. A little love for the spine. The same old ditty that we've done before. See if you can find something new, maybe bending a little deeper. Maybe finding a new breath pattern. And then sending it in the opposite direction. And then releasing without looking down. You got this. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Walk nice and tall to the top of your mat. You don't need to look down, the ground's there. You know this. It's got you. All right, and then reach the fingertips up high towards the sky. Last time, forward fold all the way down. All right, now listen carefully. You're gonna walk your feet as wide as the yoga mat here in your forward fold. Now take a couple moments to clasp opposite elbow again and just sway a little side to side, pressing into all four corners of the feet. Then continue to bend your knees, release the hands to support you, and we're gonna slowly work to drop our center down in space. Now I know this is quite challenging, so we have lots of options here. First, lift the heels, come into more of a froggy position. We're not gonna be here too long either, just kind of testing the waters. And you can keep a little sway going here with the heels lifted, or we can already start to ground through the feet, kind of coming into a variation of Malasana. Palms either on the earth, fingertips on the earth, or palms pressing together. If the palms are pressing together and you're feeling pretty low to the ground here, lift up a little bit. Find that lift up through the pelvic floor and find this pressing out of the arms into the legs and this squeezing of the legs into the arms. So we have lots of different options here. Breathe, everyone, all together now. And then slowly, listen carefully, you're gonna keep the feet kind of active, so spread your toes, spread your fingertips, walk your hands behind you, and we're gonna slowly transition to a seat. Now, if that transition is just not right for you, you can find your way to this cobbler's pose in a way that feels honorable. And then we're gonna grab the ankles, draw the heels in just a bit and lift up through the spine. This is a great posture to kind of check, could I benefit from a little lift, like a little blanket or a block or a towel? And the way you can tell is if your spine is tending to really collapse back here, totally normal, this is kind of where we are in the everyday, then it could be nice to lift the hips up a little bit higher so you can find this length with more ease. So maybe not even in this moment, but maybe for tomorrow. All right, sit up nice and tall. Tops of the thigh bones, the femur is gonna draw down, and it's not that we're pressing, it's more of like doing the work on the inside. So that intention of really grounding down with the thighs and finding that lift up through the center. This type of work translates off the mat into our everyday more than you'll ever see. That impact we just cannot name. So that's why I continue to do this, and I'm thankful that you're here with me. Let's spend one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, you can release that bind. Actually, let's take it forward. You know what? Let's take it forward for a breath. As you exhale, let's take it forward. Let's improvise. Just felt like my body wanted to do that. So we'll insert that in. And then we'll release. And let's send the legs out long. Point thy toes, send the fingertips forward. And let's slowly begin to roll it down, starting by engaging the muscles of the low. You can tell my voice changes too when I engage those muscles of the low abs. So low abs, finding that C curve. Again, I want to prep you guys. The legs may fly up and you might fall. That's fine. We're just one day at a time, checking in, challenging ourselves. And then eventually you're probably already there, but we can allow ourselves to relax the weight of the body fully into the mat. Alrighty, one last stretch for the hips. Bend your left knee, cross your right ankle over the top of the left thigh, recline pigeon. Lift the legs up, thread the needle. You're gonna reach between the legs here. Flex the feet, interlace the fingertips behind your left hamstring, and then squeeze those legs up towards your chest. Breathe. Any soft, easy movement here that feels good, explore that. And return to the sound of your breath. And then slowly release. Take it to the other side. One final stretch. And this one is just such a wonderful pose, I feel like, for rooting down, grounding down. You know, balancing posture is great. Nothing shows you the truth more than a balancing posture. But this reclined pigeon is one of my favorites for when I need to ground, to root, to feel the mat rising up to meet my back body, to open up the hips and relax my shoulders, let gravity just kind of draw them down. When you're ready, unravel. Can hug the knees into the chest, maybe take a happy baby, any other movement that feels good. Otherwise, we are ready to extend the legs out long. Let's bring both hands to the low belly today. Close your eyes. You can stay here after this video ends as long as time allows, just breathing into your belly. Maybe breathing in on a 5 count and exhaling on a 5 count. And if this is all that time allows for, you may notice it doesn't take too much to root down and to feel the support that is always there. Thank you as always for being here. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's take a final breath in together. We'll close right here with the hands on the belly as we breathe out together. Root in the good stuff. What do I want to root into? Just a little contemplation to take on into the rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Namaste.